Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to be doing a review for The Amazing Spider-Man 61. This is a new book from Marvel Comics and a new era for Spider-Man. That's right, the previous run is over. The previous creative team has moved on, although we do have Ed McGuinness back on pencil, so he was pretty involved with that previous run by Seb Wells. But here we have the beginning of a new arc, the 8th Deaths of Spider-Man, written by Joe Kelly with art by Ed McGuinness. We also have Nico Enrichon on a few pages that are really, really cool. Mark Farmer on inks, Joe Caramagna on letters, and of course a plethora of covers for The Amazing Spider-Man. In this issue, we have a whole new beginning, and I really like what Joe Kelly does here, and he doesn't waste any time. We jump in right into the action, right? I think that Spider-Man is a character that people that have been reading this, especially if you're reading all the way to issue 61 of a comic book, you're probably pretty well ingrained in its history. And I think this really works. I will be completely honest. I was not a big fan of the previous run. Unfortunately, it just didn't really work for me. Matter of fact, I haven't been reading the Amazing Spider-Man book continuously for a while, which is pretty wild because it's one of the anchor books for Marvel Comics. But that being said, this one, yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to say I'm back in. But if the book continues with this kind of quality and work and like this kind of type of fun story, I'm completely in. This is definitely fantastical, a complete different like 180 from whatever we were doing before. This is all about being out there bombastic, which is something that Spider-Man has been described as before. Um, I think it goes out of its way to ensure that you know that this is not going to be anything that's too serious. It's going to be fun, superhero shenanigans. We have Doctor Doom showing up very quickly. So let me give you a quick synopsis of this book. As Spider-Man's going on about his day, doing his Spider-Man thing where he saves people and being a superhero, Doctor Doom shows up and tells him, "You've been chosen. I have something for you to do." Now, Doctor Doom is the Sorcerer Supreme as of this moment in the Marvel Universe. So I think that was really fun inclusion, right? It would make sense that if you want to have Peter go out of his way to do something that maybe he's not specifically looking forward to doing, like this, that you would have somebody important show up and tell him this is important, it needs to get done. Not only is Doctor Doom a scary villain, Peter even comments on that in the book, but he also understands that the title of the Sorcerer Supreme is also very important. So Peter's going to have to risk life and limb over and over to keep the world safe as this new threat arrives. Um, so it looks like this is going to be should be an 8-part thing based on just the name of the title, but who knows? I'm not really sure how long this will go on for. But yeah, I think Joe Kelly knows how to write superheroes very well. He does a good job when it comes to just giving us a little bit of superheroics combined with some Marvel lore, which includes looping in Doctor Doom. So it feels like this is a larger part of the Marvel universe, but it's still kind of contained in its own little title, right? As so far, none of these things are causing like a Earth climactic, and world-ending phenomena. Is just kind of contained to the Spider-Man book. But that being said, I'm just kind of glad to be reading Spider-Man again. Now, Ed McGuinness, he does a fantastic job with the art. I really like his style. Some people may not be, it may not be their favorite, but I just really like how his characters are very dynamic, but also pretty muscular. I think he's for a book like this, he definitely tones that down a little bit as to how beefy the characters look, specifically Spider-Man. But like when Doom comes into the screen, his full presence is there, so that definitely tracks. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this plays out. There's also a really cool couple of pages sequence that explains something more mystical. So they got a different artist to do that, and I really love that. I would love to see a Doctor Doom or a more mystical type of book, or even a Doctor Strange type of book drawn by this artist, because I think it's really, really cool. So definitely enjoy this issue. This has bought enough good faith for me to at least check out the next one. So there you have it. So if you read this book, this issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.